That's all the global market action that happened overnight. But how will this actually start impacting our cues in the Indian market? We have our research team joining in with us this morning to set you up and prepare you for the day. And let me first start up with Urma's. Good morning. What are we watching out in terms of important cues for today? How is the trade setup looking like, Urmas?
Good morning, Vinny. And the struggle continues for the Nifty at higher levels. It's just not managing to cross that 25,250 mark on the upside. And on the charts, if you can see, it's making lower lows now for the last three sessions, from starting off from 25,000. Now the low of yesterday was 24,900 from where it reversed. So it still remains in that broad 300-point range of 24,900 on the downside, 25,200 on the upside. It's a weekly expiry today of the Nifty, so we'll keep an eye out on that. We had spoken about the Nifty Bank being the index to watch out for yesterday, but because of the not so good market sentiment, even that could not perform. It ended 100 points lower, but still above the mark of 51,800, but correcting 200 points from the highs of the day. Autos continued to underperform, as did IT. Bajaj will react to results today. A lot of IT earnings, well, we speak about it in just a bit. But this market, if you can see the earnings reactions, good earnings are getting disproportionately rewarded, as you saw in HDFC, AMC. Not so good, like KEI got hammered yesterday. South Indian Bank also, asset quality was better. Stock ending 6.5% higher. So that's the kind of reactions that we are seeing. Even in today's session, we'll see Bajaj Auto react to results, as with Emphasis and L&T Tech. But the eyes will be today on Infosys and Wipro as they come out with results, and the commentary as well for the quarters ahead. Axis Bank and Nestle among the other Nifty constituents reporting results today. From the broader markets, you'll have CEAT, Havells, Polycab, Tata Chemicals, which has been in focus in the recent past, will also be reporting results today. As I mentioned, it's the Nifty weekly expiry today, so the index will be in focus as well. How will the Infosys and Wipro's ADRs, the US listed shares, react? Because earnings will come out after market hours today, so we'll see for a reaction there. There's the AMC stocks, which were buzzing yesterday, if there will be any follow-up moves there. Of course, today is the last day of the Hyundai IPO. The IPO subscribed only 42% so far. We'll see if there is any improvement on the final day. And some important global cues today, the ECB rate decision and the US jobless claims and production data, along with earnings as well. But for now, the GIFT Nifty is indicating a sluggish start for our own markets. We'll keep an eye out on those important levels on the Nifty.
Absolutely, keeping an eye out on those important levels on the Nifty. But let's move on now to Vamakshi, who's here to tell us which are the stocks that we should be watching out for in today's trade. Vamakshi, good morning.
Well, good morning, Vinny. Let me first start off with Bajaj Auto. Revenue and EBITDA came in largely in line with what the street was expecting. Slight miss on margins. Margin came in at 20.2% as compared to expectations of 20.4%. However, net profit, that is the adjusted net profit, came in at 2,216 crore, largely in line with what we were expecting. L&T Tech is the next one we will be watching out for. Revenue saw an uptick of 4.5% sequentially. This is in line with estimates. Margins, however, came in below estimates. Margins stood at 15.1% as compared to estimates of 16.3%. Polte Patil Developers also on our radar on the back of its Q2 business update. Collections stood at 550 crores. This is a downtick of 10% sequentially and uptick of 16% YOY. Sales value too stood at 770 crores for this company, up nearly 8% sequentially and 22% on a YOY basis. All Cargo Gati reported its September business update. Total volume, which includes surface as well as air express, stood at 108 kilotons. This is an uptick of 7% month on month, but it was down nearly 1% YOY. GMR Airports, the passenger traffic shot up by 9% year on year, but however on a sequential basis it was down nearly 4% in the month of September. The company posted record volumes in the first half of FY25. Cochin Shipyard, the government has decided to exercise the 2.5% green shoe option in the company after the OFS was subscribed nearly 2.16 times of base size by the non-retail investors. RVNL has emerged as the lowest bidder for a project worth 270 crores from Maharashtra Metro Rail Corp. And lastly, EIH in focus. They will be investing up to £69 million in EIH London investments.
Thanks so much for that, Vamakshi. But finally, let's prep you up for what you should be watching out for in the world of F&O. And Sudarshan is joining in with us this morning. Sudarshan, good morning. 13 sessions that FIIs have continued to sell. What are we watching out from the F&O space now?
Good morning, Vinny. So first, talk about markets move on Wednesday. Market continues to failing to hold on to recovery, and amid volatility, all the major indices closed with cuts. Nifty has fallen 86 points. Nifty Bank was down more than 100 points. Same with Midcap Index. It was down almost 142 points. And following global cues and markets move, GIFT Nifty for today is indicating a start with minor cuts as well. Now coming to institutional flows, we continue to see selling by FIs. yesterday, FI sold shares of more than rupees 3,400 crore in the cash market. At the same time, DIs have bought shares of more than rupees 2,200. And with yesterday's selling, FIs in October so far has sold each day, and now total figure in October has crossed 67,000 crore, which is the highest ever and crossed previous high that we saw during COVID in March 2020. In the index future side as well, we saw FIs selling. The sell figure was almost 700 crore. At the same time, they have reduced long positions by almost 8,600 contracts and added short positions of almost 1,800 contracts. And with this, long exposure reduced to 33.5%. On the client side, we continue to see addition of longs. Yesterday, we saw addition of almost 2 lakhs. And with this, long exposure remains steady at 62%. On the option front, on the call side, 25,000 call has seen addition of more than 33 lakh shares with premium at 61, and 25,100 call has seen addition of more than 20 lakh shares with premium at 26. On the put side, 24,900 put has seen addition of 12 lakh shares with premium at 34. And with this important levels for Nifty, support is seen remains around 24,900 and resistance is now at 25,100. Lastly, two stocks that might be in focus. First, Reliance. Yesterday in the last hour, we saw sudden surge in volumes, and next is emphasis that might react to its Q2 earnings that has come almost in line with estimates.
Okay, Sudarshan, thank you so much for that. But on that note, I think we'll slip it a very short break. Don't go